My name is Ashwyn Sam. I'm graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering and also a Bachelor's of Science in Mathematics. I was originally going to go to Georgia Tech for physics and mathematics out of high school. That's where I wanted to go. And I was accepted to pretty much all the colleges that I applied to, but due to my unique immigration status, the financial aid was turned down. I'm on a visa here. I'm still here, legally paying all my taxes and whatnot, but as far as the Tennessee Board of Education was concerned, I wasn't technically eligible for the financial aid. And because of that, I couldn't afford to go to school anywhere. There was a month after high school, it was one of the lowest months in my life. I was very uncertain about my future. I didn't know if I could go to school anywhere until my parents went knocking door to door at various universities. Eventually they knocked on the door at Amanda Bennett's office at Chattanooga State, and Amanda Bennett was kind enough to listen to their story and took a chance on me. It wasn't a matter of choice. This was the only way I could afford school.
I think what makes Ashwyn really unique is, first of all, he is just an incredibly bright individual and very hardworking. I know when he was at Chat State, he would try to explain these very complicated mathematical theorems in these 60-second video clips that he would then send out to his fellow students.
You may have heard of this concept that some infinities are bigger than others. I hope your reaction was like mine the first time you heard it, just going, what? How could something that is unending be less than something that is?
They were always really high energy, and even somebody who wasn't necessarily interested in math, you found yourself kind of getting pulled in and being like, oh, this is really, really cool. He definitely has that ability to kind of reach across the spectrum and engage people in subject matter that they probably otherwise wouldn't be interested in. And I think he would be an amazing professor.
Like Amanda, the Honors College here also took a chance on me and waived my out-of-state tuition because I'm considered an international student. The Honors College has been so helpful in enhancing my education at UTC. The classes that I've taken, the professors that I've met. I'm an innovation scholar, so I've been able to work on projects that I never would have otherwise. I had all these plans, and again, because of how things turned out, I had to set aside those plans. But the engineering college reignited those passions again, especially through the rocket project with Dr. Trevor Elliott.
That first team having placed third place really set the bar. So their first launch, that resulted in essentially the nose cone coming off too soon and kind of dragging along and kind of tearing the upper stage of the rocket apart. I always tell every rocket team, because it's binary, you should build two airframes. They were stoked because they had figured out all the root cause analysis of what was going on with why the other one failed, and they addressed all those issues. They sent it, and it failed as well.
We had a lot of lows that time. Everything was going wrong.
Ashwyn was the one that was really kind of on top of it and said, look, if we just fix these two things, and if we can just find another launch site in just enough time.
The way we came together and worked as hard as we did to make it work, I always look back and cherish with such fond memories.
They found a launch that was within 2 days of the report deadline, and they spent the entire week nonstop refabricating another rocket and then going down to Tampa.
9,800, 10,000.
Yes!
11,000.
Oh my God!
Their launch was so successful that it went much further than they had anticipated.
And that rocket broke the record for CECS in terms of altitude and won first place in 2018.
I think more than the technical resources, the reason we won is because we worked really well as a team. Dr. Elliott, I mean, I don't want to sound cheesy or anything, but he's been like a father to me, mentoring me and training me and giving me advice. In fact, he's the one that convinced me to even apply to Stanford. I wasn't confident enough to apply there. I look back at things now, and one of the biggest advantages of going to UTC as opposed to going to a school like Georgia Tech is actually the research. I get more attention from professors, one-on-one attention from professors. So I have this vast array of options for research. I can go work with anybody, and Research Dialogues gave me that opportunity. I got 2 publications over the summer, or last summer, which very much enhanced my application to Stanford because I have research experience coming in already. My current plan is to stay in academia, do research, hopefully become a professor. But I know that at Stanford, I'll be exposed to so many different ideas and people that I may want to pursue other ventures like going into industry to do research, or I don't know, maybe even starting a company.